Will you look back when you're old and grey and think those dumb kids had a lot to say when we were trying to make this night one you'd remember? I don't care if my wheels don't turn, I don't care if my pipe don't burn, as long as I am flowing through your veins after I'm gone away.
It's Thursday night, and you know what that means.
What does it mean? Tell everyone what it means.
What does it mean?
Oh, okay. I thought you were actually going to give us... Everyone's in the chat. I'm going to say hello to everyone in the chat. But first, before we even talk about the Nottingham Riverside Festival, I got some news. Because when it... No offence to Dollywood last week that flooded. When it rains, it pours. Pleasurewood Hills have mucked up again. Twice. So I'm going to talk about that. But I'm going to let our guests on as well. So they can... I don't know if they know about the news yet. But let's... find out. But this is Graham and Jen from Sibby Vlogs. How you doing?
Hey! And the right aspect ratio as well.
Oh, actually, before we do anything else, are you on your phone?
Yes.
I don't. Some people have problems seeing videos. You saw the intro, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because basically, it was your birthday on Tuesday, wasn't it?
Happy birthday.
But some people sent me some messages to play for you.
Oh, go on.
Some of your favourite people.
Yeah, just want to say a massive happy birthday to Graham, Sibby Vlogs. Hope you had an awesome day, buddy.
Happy birthday for the other day.
Happy birthday, mate. Hope you have a fantastic day, and hopefully you've recovered from Grand Prix Racers. That was some ride, huh?
Happy birthday, Sibby.
Happy birthday, Sibby Vlogs. Hope you have a great day and hope you enjoyed Pleasure Beach as well. Looking forward to seeing you again soon. But hope you had a great day.
Yay!
I'm blushing.
Blushing for you, so it was my birthday.
How was your birthday? Do you want to tell us a bit about your birthday before we...
It was a strange one. So we went to Pleasure Beach and we vlogged it, and I don't know, I just don't get into it very well. Blackpool Pleasure Beach is a very weird park for me. The reason I go is purely for Enzo. Oh my god, what a ride that is!
Is that better to ride it on your own?
Yeah.
On your own? Yeah.
Oh, if you go ride it on your own, guys, pay the £15. It's well worth it. It's way better than Icon. And ride it on your own, and you need to be on the left seat.
What's wrong with the right seat?
The guy loads you on the left side, and for some reason it unstabilizes it, and the spins. I went over the top hat backwards, and the airtime just becomes ejector, and it's a completely different machine. Like, we were gobsmacked. It's that good.
I enjoyed it doing it with you though, because obviously you've got like you bounce off each. We was absolutely like crying with laughter on the first go. But yeah, if you want it more, for the thrill side, definitely on your own.
You do it on your own. Like, it's a completely different beast.
So,
and it's my number 2 now.
It's your number two.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
What's number 3? What's directly behind it?
Icon.
So Icon's not that bad. You kind of slated Icon, and now it's... So
Icon, I like Icon. It just needs more inversions. And then we did Enzo, and I was like, straight into number 2, like, not even thinking about it. And then the big one. Oh my god, the big one.
That's out of your top 20 now, isn't it?
Yep.
Antelope, not out. Front row Antelope.
Oh, wowzers.
But I've got some news. Coaster Dad knows. Coaster Dad, your favourite, as said in my blog.
So Luke's and that bastard, what's number 1?
My Grand Prix buddy.
Basically, before we talk about you went to the Nottingham Riverside Festival, I just want to talk about these news stories I've got. One that I just saw quickly on Towers Times, and I've hang on, let me get rid of the overlay. Basically, you're not going to be able to see it big there probably, but apparently,
so alcohol.
Basically, pints are £7.50 on Towers.
Yeah.
I think they're going to go up again before Oktoberfest, but I think £7.50 is quite expensive anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know what your opinion is of that.
No way. Not
I
paying
think
it.
it's going to go up again at Oktoberfest.
Do you know what? If you want to go for a pint, my top tip is, as you drive out of Towers, instead of going through Alton Village, go right, and you'll come up to a T-junction, and there's a pub called the Star Inn. Go there.
Yeah.
The food is fantastic, and you own the campsite further
Isn't
up.
there also a pub near the Premier Inn?
Yeah, but that's not as close. Like on your doorstep, and there's a campsite. So don't pay the park money. Do you really need to drink that much? £7.50. Is that in park or hotels as well?
This photo is taken from I believe it's celebrations for the 10th anniversary of CBeebies Land, which is ironic because it's supposed to be a kids thing. But
that's got to be a measure to stop you from getting drunk on park. Oh God, I said on
the
park.
weird thing is, this is like from the food trucks, right, and the bar that's on the gardens. If there's a little hack you can do to save a bit of money, go to the courtyard and you can use your annual pass discount. And then you just walk with your pint over to the gardens. Or the lawns, shall I say. But
it's £7.50. I'd rather buy a photo.
Could get 2 key rings for that price, couldn't you?
Trey saying it was $16 for a 12 ounce. I don't know how much 12 ounce.
£7.50 is just way. I'm not in the capital city here, so
£7.50, but I think it's going to go up again before October.
But like you said, I agree with you that on Graham though. I reckon they're doing it though, so they don't have as many people get drunk.
Yeah.
No, because the point is, I thought they want people to get drunk, because when you get drunk, a lot of people to a point go, you know that attitude you have near Christmas where you go, oh, you know, F it, it's Christmas, I'm going to buy this and buy this.
Yeah.
People kind of get that way when they're drunk and go, oh, screw it, I'll buy another one. Yeah. I would have thought it's in their best interest.
But they're trying to keep it family
friendly,
but talking
about
celebration, so
money grabbing. I've got some pictures in a minute. I didn't get pictures of this next article, but it's about Pleasurewood Hills. The parking we talked about last week, and it's like they're charging for parking now, and the people in charge of it are a separate company that are sending out fines to people who actually paid, and people dropping off people for work. And now they've made the grace period from 15 minutes to 10 minutes. I don't know how much they're scared of people using that car park for something else. So they've mucked that up as well, and that's going even worse. But the main thing is, I also saw that the restraints came open on this roller coaster recently. I can't remember what you call that type of roller coaster. It's a kiddie coaster. But
revealed the horror after Pleasurewood Hills ride malfunction while she had a disabled friend that were on board.
Wow. I like the way they play it like I'm disturbed by a malfunction.
Express roller coaster.
It's the rattlesnake, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Wow, thinking on that.
The safety bar went up, right? To be fair, you're quite safe in there unless you're. But if a kid tries to stand up and get out, obviously they're in trouble. But there's a bit. I want to get to the bit where it says they alerted the ride attendant. They'd seen it too, but continue to let people board.
Without further inspection. Well, clearly they off with you.
So if the car parking thing wasn't putting you off, there we go.
How much is car parking?
It's £3 or £9 for a season pass holder for the whole season. But I think the problem is, not only is it not worth, it's not the kind of park. Well, have you been to Pleasurewood Hills?
No, but if you're going to cry about car parking prices, don't pay for Pleasure Beach then.
I know. I think the main thing is not just that they're charging; it's that they've got a third-party company to do it, and they're still sending out parking charges to people that paid for parking.
Yeah, that is
people that are dropping off their children for work, even though they're staying there for less than what the grace period is, and the season pass holders are getting charged as well. They're getting £100 fines in the mail.
Wowzers!
I paid £18 for a day at Pleasure Beach, so £3 don't seem that bad.
I know. I think it's the £100 fine they're getting when they've already paid when they get home.
Well, that's contestable.
But,
and it's a them issue, isn't it? Like, you just got to be really belligerent and stick to your guns and argue your point and just be like, I'm not moving on this issue. No, I haven't been there 10 minutes. This is ridiculous and I'm not going to pay it. End of story.
It's not like the odd person. It's like literally nearly everyone.
Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah,
a lot of people.
What do you think about the restraints opening on this roller coaster?
Which one is it? Is it the?
It's the
Express. Is that the train one?
No, it's the other one down the other end of the park.
The rattlesnake.
Used to be the rattlesnake.
A wild man? No, like no. That's had work done to it as well, hasn't it? Is it just one car?
I don't know now, actually, but they said they were aware of it and they're just letting people on still. That's what I thought was that. I suppose it's not funny in a way if it's dangerous, but it's quite funny how they're just like, yeah, we know about it.
I wouldn't. That would put me off going, if I'm honest. That would put me off going. If it happened to me, I would let them know.
Oh, Loops in That Bars International. Did you see them getting upset about comments on their truckers event? People asking if the truckers were getting fined, and the PWH responded basically saying, "Don't comment if you're going to be horrible." So they completely avoided the questions.
I can see why. It's quite funny in a way, but Oktoberfest towers have CBBS. I don't know what the covered seating is.
The covered seating was the cushioned ones where it had the Oktoberfest in the background, and they had those cushions that were attached to the wires.
That can't be it, because you're saying...
Oh, maybe not.
It killed the atmosphere.
Oh.
So I don't know. But the main reason we're here today is to talk about the Nottingham Riverside Festival.
Riverside.
You sound like you're not excited now. You're like, yeah.
No, I know. There's a backstory to it, and if you watch the vlog, you'll see that it was the start of my birthday celebrations. So I couldn't do certain rides, and the moral of the story is, guys, don't drink the night before. You're gonna vlog and go to a fair.
Oh no, that's just a definite.
I had to skip the extreme, which I would usually do in a heartbeat. I couldn't even face the waltzer, and then I did Atmosphere, and I was fine on the ride. But when I got off to stop still, I was like, actually, no, I'm not all right.
Oh no.
Yeah, and that was a game over. We joked about it, but that's me, not them.
Fairground DeLorean's asking if Jen's ears have recovered.
Just about, yeah.
Oh yeah, the only thing I'd say about that is, woo!
I don't know how much.
Wow, look at that.
I've seen details of it. I don't know if you want to talk about it, Graham, but
we
mentioned it here about it's no longer a festival, it's a fun, because they've taken a lot of stuff away from it this year, haven't they?
What's happened is this year Nottingham City Council is completely bankrupt, near enough, and they scaled the event. Usually has Caribbean food, Greek, multinationality and cultures influence. There's a reggae music stage, there's a dance tent usually.
You have a bit of rock, don't you?
You have a bit of rock on another stage. It's a fair mixed with music and food festivals, and you have a dragon boat race and fireworks.
Yeah.
So it's a good package. And this year it was completely scaled back to just a dragon boat race, which I don't know if that happened or not, because it was maybe will, maybe won't, and just a fun fair. And if you watch the vlog, it's all normal going until you get to the middle where one of the stages were. And I'm like, that is the space where I bobbed up and down in front of Rob last year. Do some reggae. Was it a reggae band?
I don't know. It was a bit of a strange one, wasn't it?
Or was it?
I can't remember.
I don't know, because it's such a...
It's like a reggae folky...
Yeah, it was. Right, I was just on a vibe.
And everyone's on a vibe there.
And there's usually more rides that fill it out. And it just felt a bit... I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still picturesque. Like, the ride nestled amongst the trees. You have the lights in between, like festival lights. There was a bar. car parking, we were literally straight in, didn't struggle. And the attendance wasn't great as a result of the cutbacks, which Nottinghamshire City Council, can you please let the showman run the event if this is what you're going to do? Because I think Mellors or somebody else would do a damn sight better job than what they've done.
Is it because of like, I know we shouldn't comment about it that much, but like the current situation with the news and everything, is it just like spooked people or no?
No, but I would argue.
But I was like,
I would argue that because it's such a mixture of cultures and foods and different. I'm like, you can go to the Middle East in one tent, try food, and then be transported to Europe in the other one. And if you don't want that, you can go to the Caribbean.
Yeah.
It's something. It's like we need that now more than ever.
Yeah.
And we're going the wrong way, aren't we, in life?
We are.
It's sad to see, but it was still a good day. The weather was nice.
Oh,
There's some cracking game stalls, catering vans. There is a bar. There's a pub at the end if you're really that desperate.
Who had entertainment on.
Who ironically had entertainment on, yeah. I'll go back next year. I really will. It won't deter me at all.
It's purely Nottingham City County and Back Row refusing to give up control of the event. Oh.
I don't know if I've got any pictures.
Oh, that looks cool.
These are all Sibby's.
These are really cool photos, Graham.
Do you know what? Every now and then I look at my own photos and I'm like, do you know what? That's a good shot.
That one is really good. Honestly, they are.
That one's a really good one. Yeah.
Wow.
It's like my favourite part of the vlog, apart from the 2 game stalls that we go to, is when I run into Stu and his dad and his lovely cute dog and his Mrs. Charlotte. And I go, I'll come back to you. But until then, look at this sweet stall. And I just like pan to a sweet stall, go down the front of it, come out and then cut there. And it's quite funny. Oh, that's where the freak out was.
Would that usually be a lot busier?
Yeah. It's usually shoulder to shoulder. Like it's like, you know, when you do Goose Fair and if you go on top row where it's narrow point, it's shoulder to shoulder and it's you're fighting crowds. And usually when you're at Nottingham Riverside, it's that all the way up and it's rammed.
Yeah.
And this year it was just. There's a photo, I think, of is it the Waltzer in the Extreme, and you can see down the fair, and it's just sparse. Yeah, thank you. It's just sparse, and it's like, where are we all?
Is there a chance they didn't make a profit here, or was it busy enough for?
I don't know. You know, I wouldn't like to call it.
I think the nighttime photos really pop more than.
It is such a picturesque game. It's a very picturesque place where they have it.
Yeah, it is.
Especially at night time.
On the Victoria Embankment.
Oh, nice.
It is like. They must cut the trees because every year when the extreme goes up, because it lifts up before it starts and the seats go up higher, you sat there looking and you're like, it really is just inches away from the canopy and the trees above it.
The atmosphere wasn't far from the trees.
Yeah, there was a tree at the back, and as it swung backwards, you literally went up in front of it, and I'm like, the near miss was incredible. But the on ride, oh my god! The on ride, I got 4 good flips, I think, when the car's unlocked, and oh my god, it was just nuts.
Especially with a hangover. Oh god.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
In comparison to the Nottingham Riverside, I keep saying Riverside Festivals because that's what online it is. They call it, but it's just more of a Riverside fun fair now, is it?
They do say it's coming back. So whether or not it does, the way it was.
Run by Showman in comparison.
No, that's Nottingham City Council and the Guild.
Is there a chance that the same thing could happen to that eventually?
No, because Goose Fair is the only thing keeping the council going.
Well, yeah, I thought the Goose Fair, everyone knows what that is, even if you're not into...
There's actually a dispute going off because they want to put a perimeter fence around it, charge people. It gets...
Make it like a festival.
Make it like a festival. The attendance is something stupid like... trying to remember now, if it's nearly 500,000 people go through the gates, like the entrances.
Yeah.
So if it's a good year for weather, it's got to be about 500,000. If it's a bad year for weather, it's usually like 300 or something thousand, and they want to charge them an entrance. So, and then you've got the ridiculous rents that they charge the showman on top. And there was a dispute in it. That's why it got cancelled the second year after COVID. It wasn't COVID. It's because they refused to put the fair on because of what they wanted to do. The argument is by the guild. It's for the people, and the charter says that. And you can't. Although once you've had it on for 10 days, the charter now changes, so it will now be a 10-day event going forward, which I'm all for.
Yeah.
Luke's Lap Bars are saying, are you doing Hull Fair this year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyone
We
else?
are doing Hull Fair weekend, Friday after Goose.
Oh.
And that is going to be...
We did Hull the first time last year just to get... We didn't vlog it. We just went to see what it was like.
You've got to scout that one
And
out.
Why'd you say that, Sibby?
It's just a massive grid of rides, and there's little paths that go off. I mean, there's key rides that you know where they are because you can see like air stands out. But if you don't know where Albert Evans Waltzer is or Terry Arthur's, it's a minefield to navigate.
Yeah.
So what we did is we went and enjoyed it, walked around, and because I don't need maps when I go somewhere, and I've been around it once.
Do they have maps?
No, all the positions mainly are fixed. There's only Goose Fair has 5 that float.
Oh, so every year at Hull, the rides will be in the same place.
Near enough, yeah, majority.
Aren't they doing a different layout though this year? Something?
Well, if they do, that will double six me.
You need to put that in your vlog.
It will be if it look, stuff will vaguely be in the right place if they do change the layout. But if they change the layout, then we'll just do what we always do, and that's walk and talk and wing it until we find what we want.
Just wing it.
Oh, look at the paintwork on that though.
That is a secret or a secret weapon. It looks so unassuming, and then you go on it and it doesn't really need a spinner because the hills are so steep, and the car's just that and Robinson's old one.
I say with how steep it is, it looks like it would do like a proper like force.
Oh, it whips.
Yeah, as well. Yeah,
it really does. That'll be a Goose Fair.
Honestly, get me on a waltzer. I love waltzers.
We used to do David Cox's though, don't we?
Yeah.
But the problem with that is, this is the problem. Like the main 3 waltzers at Goose Fair are Percival's, Cox's, and this one. And unfortunately, we've covered them all so much. We're getting I'm not doing Proctor's because it's a game over. Every time I rode that, I've been sick. It's gentle now. You can do it if you want to, but I'm not.
You've managed 7 to 8 minutes on Terry Arthur.
And do you know what? That's the thing. Afterwards, I could do 8 minutes. I could spin all day. Anybody else? There's a time frame, and if I go along past that time frame, it's a struggle. Like, and the spinner disc, they just Phil and Ben just kill me. So no, Scarrett's and Proctor's are the 2 most forceful.
I'd quite say I'd happily do Goose Fair just to go find the waltzers and go on them.
Yeah, but there's like there's about 7 or 8. That's some going. That is, if you can do that.
No, I couldn't handle more than
you
one.
You missed the Queen of Waltzers, Sibby. Pat Collins, Harris, beautiful Maxwell.
Oh God, yeah. Sorry, 4. There's 4 main ones. I hadn't done that yet.
Oh,
That's happened then, isn't it?
That yeah. Do you know what? I promise you, this year we'll do theirs. Harris's, Pat Collins. Never. No. Aboo.
Oh, me.
No. Well, no.
Because you've got a thorough knowledge of these rides, they're travelling and all that stuff, right? Are there any rides, fairground rides, that's like top of your list that you've not gone on yet? That you're like, I know it's going to be at this place. Then I've got to get on it because I've not been on it, and that's your like number one to do next.
Crow's new Loop Fighter. Psycho. That's a must do for me because I need to collect the set. There's Stinger, and I've now found out who I think. I'm hearing one name who's going to get this other Loop Fire.
This sounds more exciting to me. Like, sorry to interrupt you, but
it's like Pokemon. You got to ride them all.
Yeah, but what I mean is when people do creds at theme parks, and it's fine if you want to do that. It's like I've got to go and try and ride that ride that's there all the time, not hard to find. Whereas when you're doing the fairground ones, it's like you got to know where it is on the circuit, and you got to find. And I think that's more interesting. Like you're hunting it down rather than it's going to be right there for the rest of its life.
There was
somewhere else another time in the UK.
I find that more exciting than people doing creds at parks where it's there all the time. Do you know what I mean?
I want a re-ride on Equinox, and that's going to be. Oh my God! It's so forceful, intense, crazy. I've heard all the fairs it might be attending, but I know it's going to be at Neath, and I'm contemplating driving to Wales just so I can do it and regret it. I regret my life choice.
Is there
a road trip and have a go?
Are there any times where you've got a rumour or a hint that a ride's going to be at a fair and you've gone there to get on it and it's not been there?
Yes. There's one that I have my ear to the ground on, and it was supposed to have debuted last week.
Oh, Dragon Well, that's cool.
And it's still being worked on, so wherever it is, I will be there like a shot. And I've got inside info on that one, so and I think I know where it's going to be.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it's weeks away, so I will drive to the ground after work to get a little exclusive clip of it built up before it opens, if it pays off where it is.
You think there's a chance it might not?
Huh?
You think there's a chance it won't?
It's not set in stone.
Okay.
It's not set in stone, and I have friends who also attend that fair, and they haven't booked the pictures and everything yet, and the place hasn't even teased that it's time of year again. So, yeah.
I remember going on a Sizzler years ago at like when it was like
I think that's a really good photo.
Sheffield Arena.
I don't like
just took me back then for a minute. I was like, oh,
I don't like going on them because I don't mind going on my own. I can't remember the last time I rode one on my own because you either go on with someone and you get crushed, or you go on with someone and you don't want to crush them. So you're holding on like, I don't want to slide into you and crush you.
In Yorkshire.
I don't mind. It's not being crushed isn't the bit that bothers me. It's Jen's hair in my face.
Yeah.
And again on this vlog, you'll see she's like there. She's laughing. I'm there going like that because it does come in.
Yeah. Quite often.
Has Jen got her eyes on any rides on the circuit she wants to do?
Pretty much the same as you, really, isn't it? Although I want to do Its new booster.
Yeah, that's on my list. Cy Abbott's new booster, which is currently down south.
No, it's in Northampton.
Oh,
Well, that's south of here.
I think so.
oh,
Got on Facebook earlier. Got to tell you.
oh, right. I might go to Northampton Saturday. It's not
That's
scary,
really
then.
ruins it. But there is a sizzler that lifts up called Cyclone, and I rode it with Tracy, and it destroyed my ribs last time at Hull Fair. Oh!
Do you know about that? Have you ridden that, Sebby?
No, it's Crow's. I think it's a Crow's machine. You'll find it at Scarborough. The only problem I've got with it. The only problem I have with it is I don't see the benefits of the lift. I don't see what you're adding.
Does it not give it a bit more intensity that you're not on the ground?
One of only 2 in the world.
That's true. There is only 2. Well, I say, but if I want to be lifted up and flung around, I'll do an extreme. Boyd's going to be there, and Air Raid 2.0 will be there. I haven't done that yet.
Where? What?
Yeah. Yep.
That's another one then, isn't it?
So yeah, I haven't done that, and that's. I've had a little glimmer of what Air Raid 1 did for the last 30 seconds when it was a Retro Squad member, and I remember saying to the owner in the pay box,
I missed the Retro Squad, wasn't it lovely?
And I went, the last 30 seconds of that cycle is the glimpse of what that thing can do, and I'd like to see it again. And then he'd gone and sent it to Scotland. I think it's M&D's, and now he's got Air Raid 2, which just looks amazing.
M&D's have got that, have they?
I think it is. I know it's in a park somewhere up north.
It loops and lap bars, I'd be like that with certain rides. I'd look at them and go, that stands out more than the others. That would be quite cool. But that's interesting to know that it was like 1 of 2.
Are there any? I know we're not talking about theme parks. Are there any? Are there any unique theme park rides that you only like because they stand out, Sylvie, and they're not? You don't necessarily like the ride on them, or they're not that great. Because I always talk about when people ask me my top 10 coasters. I think it's like number 3 or something. Is I don't know if it's still there actually. Skara Summerland in Sweden. There's a coaster called Trenan, and it's so different. It's an SNS free fly. I think that's what it's called. And it's so different to anything else I've ever ridden. And I don't think they'll ever make another one, but it's brilliant. It was just like you kind of, I don't know if people could see me on the camera. You kind of had 2 rows and you had seatbelts on. You were kind of sat on it was almost like those miniature trains. That's what the seats were like, right?
Yeah, miniature
And then
train.
basically when it goes round the track, there's a train in the middle that you connect to. It's almost like a little wing rider. But when it goes, when the track goes round, you stay the right way up because you're swinging. So you go like that.
Oh, the Loops and Lap Bars International says, the bird
one.
The
bird one.
Without inverting.
That is brilliant. That's like the most unique coaster I've ever been on.
I'm trying to think, is there anything that's so bad that I love it?
Or so unique that you like it because it's unique rather than being good?
I'd like to say that
England. No, because I don't like. See, the thing with parks is very much a love-hate relationship. I either love something, or I completely will detest it and refuse to even entertain.
I can't wait to see you on the drop tower at Gulliver's Land because that one spins.
Gulliver's drop tower was actually really good. It wasn't very big, but it was just.
It was fun.
3 minutes of laughter. It was absolutely fantastic. It was probably my favourite ride that day.
And my sides weren't after laughing that much on there as well. I don't know. I was like,
oh my god, I can't wait to do it again. And it's JCB land as well, and I love JCB.
You can actually, they've got little JCBs you can kind of pick up stuff with and have a little go, haven't they?
Yeah.
They're doing that.
Definitely a bigger themed area than Matlock's.
It's like when we're doing towers, and I'm a little bit fearful of how this one's going to turn out. No, because what's going to happen is I'll get up to go towards Rita, look at Hex and go, that's a one and done. I don't have the attention span for it. I am not immersed in that experience.
What about when it opens with the TLC? The TLC.
Yeah, but it's still going to be
brilliant if they actually track down TLC. I'm guessing they're all still alive, and got them to sing like Scrubs. Is that their song? Sing that outside. They go, this is the TLC. Not that song.
And then,
that's the TV show Scrubs.
It's
yeah, that song is Scrubs, TLC, isn't it?
Yeah, there is no Scrubs. How many rides is the Towers that I hate?
Question: is there a ride you hate more?
I hate Subterra.
Yeah.
No, Air never fails to disappoint, and it makes no sense. That's it, Air. That's the one. It's not great. It's not fantastic, but it's got a little charm about it when you ride it at night time. But other than that, it's poorly ran. It needs some TLC. For God's sake, change the name, get rid of the space theming, and can you put the theming in that it should have had originally?
Stop making
instead
it
of doing
like
VR.
She's already spent that budget making sure they've got actors all down the west side of the park. She said
I'm looking forward to Scarefest, but yeah, they're going to do sponsorship on ride, aren't they? And now if they're going to smack it with like, do you remember when Oblivion was?
I thought about that as well. The Fanta.
Oh my god, it was so obnoxious.
And to kind of untrigger everyone, Nick Varney sent out a post on the internet saying about how he worked at Towers since he was young and how he went through everything, and he understands. It's like that's not really relevant to the situation. No one likes the fact it says Fanta on Oblivion. What's this about Nick Varney just going, look at me, I'm great. I started as a Sunday person.
I'll agree on that one because I thought they'd do that actually. Subterra should be
I thought it was one of two
You know
things.
what I
I thought we were going to see. I'm not going to mention names because I don't want to get in trouble. But
No.
certain YouTube channels out there are going to stick their name on Nemesis Reborn. We're going to see that, or we're going to see a company sponsor a ride, and then down the line, that company is going to do something unrelated to Towers that's quite controversial, like in the world. And then it's going to look really bad when the Alton Towers have got their name on a ride.
I'd love to sponsor Nemesis.
I thought Loops and Nap Bars that the Smiler would be sponsored by Lemon Fanta.
I'd love to sponsor Nemesis.
That could be. Is it?
You can imagine, like, you could have a photo on ride and there's like a phalanx operative, and it's me with Sibby Vlogs in the logo.
What's the fancy name of that lemon stuff that makes so bees don't fly near you? They could put that near Smiler because they had that bee's nest on the brake run, didn't they?
Oh, that was it. See, I don't like Smiler. I don't like the queue. I don't like the queue line inside the building.
I don't like the queue line outside it either.
Because the music inside, because it's high pitched, really overstimulates my ADHD, and that stresses me. And when I get stressed, it starts my anxiety off. And being there for 15 minutes is just pure.
I know
misery.
we've gone off topic for the fairs a bit.
People had seen me in the queue line. I put my earplugs in and my hood up because I just can't.
Are there any theme park?
It all.
Are there any theme park queue lines that you think aren't too bad standing?
Nemesis.
I've not actually done the queue line yet.
Every time you go around it, it's a different angle, and I can just take your camera, and you can just get shots from different angles all the way around, and I could waste. What was it? 2 hours?
What were queued for?
We queued 2 hours, 3 hours because no, it was 3 hours, but it didn't open till 10.
Hang on, you weren't going to go down there in the morning, were you?
No, but then
that was my fault. He went to the toilet and I just stood there and didn't realise that was actually the queue.
Oh, right.
And I kept moving up with the queue. And then Gray's like, what are we queuing for? I went, I don't know, but I thought we was actually queuing to get into there.
Yeah. And the next thing you know, we're in the queue and it was like...
I went, well, look how far the queue's gone back now. Probably may as well just start queuing.
Yeah. And then I did a 2 hour stand-up show. And the smoke that comes up, I called it the queef.
He did it.
I've not been in the queue line for Nemesis.
Oh, it's brilliant. No, the queue line is fantastic. Like, you have to meander up into the trees and round, but then when you come around the gun to the side of the lit drop, and then you get the perspective of the barrel roll, the drop, pre-drop. If you do it, you get some good shots, and then you string it in the right order, it looks amazing. I mean, the short I did, that was me in the queue line with my phone up against the grid with the lens just put through it, trying to get it, and I got it, and it looks amazing.
Awesome.
That was taken at top of a funhouse.
Oh, really? Like the balcony
That is,
bit?
honestly, that
Yeah.
got put through as an entry for the photograph challenge, and I shared that one. I thought it was really good, that one.
Stuff
I
like
love
that.
how busy it looks.
Yeah, I don't even. Did you know that's not even edited?
This is what I love.
You see how busy it looks? It looks very barren.
Natural.
No, that's as is. That's as you saw it. I just went bang, clicked it. Nothing is altered.
Yeah. This is what I love though about when you get photos. You're so lucky when you just walk across and go, meep, and then it's done. You know,
That's not edited.
That's the one. Oh, that lighting.
That's not edited at all. That is as you saw it. And there's another one where the spotlights are coming down through the crowd.
Yeah.
I don't know if I put that one.
That's not edited.
That's a good one.
That's all.
Yeah.
That's Jay Barwick's Freak Out, and it just that's another one that I look through and I just go, I got lucky with that.
I've been on Freak Out as well.
Have you?
Yeah, I've been on Freak Out many years ago. This is like, I think I was just finishing uni at the time. But yeah, that was one of them.
Love it.
How painful is that ride?
I've never been on one of them though.
Right, you've seen how broad I am,
Yeah.
and I'm not tall. And if you watch the Hoppins vlog, I ride it, and it's a lot of weight on your shoulders. You're about the same build as me, so you'll feel it there. The worst part is when he slows the drum down and just rolls it slowly, and you're like there, like, oh my god. Yeah, it slows it down to nothing.
Oh crikey!
It's all right. You've got Stargate at Goose Fair in Ilkeston. I love that.
Yeah, Ice Jet. I won't mind having a go on. That's one.
Our outstanding showmanship of the year.
Ice Jet's a vibe in itself.
Ice Jets at Goose Fair is it's just a visual delight. It's like being at a main stage
Yeah.
at a festival.
Yeah.
I found when you're queuing for it, because of the music, the lights and everything, you're just like, I want to get on, I want to get on, I want to get on, I want to get on.
It just pumps you up and gets you going, and you're like, by the time you get there, you're like, yeah, come on, let's go.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh god, yeah. That's one of my favourites. That's the best.
Yay.
Awesome. That's going to be one to watch at Hall this year.
I remember seeing that one years ago, but didn't go on it. Is it like a frog hopper one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's in Nottingham City Centre.
Yeah. Wow.
It's on the beach currently.
Ice Jet is this year's Goose Fair will be visual sensation from what the owner told me he's added. Wow. So what more can you add to that though? If it's the lights and the sounds and
more lights.
You know what? I've had a lovely chat with Terence about this many times, and it's like
fireworks next.
no, I don't know what he can do. Surely there's not much more room. I mean, he's such a perfectionist. All the lights and white moving heads, and they have to be ordered custom. And the first few days, he had to borrow his dad's off a Void, and he wasn't happy because the front was all white and the back was black, and he was moaning because they weren't set to his programming. And I was like, I didn't notice that.
I was going to say, does he have like a sort of programmer that times it when you're saying about the whole stage and everything, like the lights go in sync with the music sort of thing as well?
Terence and Bev do an amazing job. That's a 10-hour build-up.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, the letters on the front are, did you say it was 6 foot?
Yeah.
I think they're 6 foot. And then the panels on the top, the weight of them. Yeah. It's a free gym workout, that's for sure.
Yeah.
How long has that taken to put that up?
10 hours.
10 hours. Said 10 hours. Yeah.
And then to level it, because the whole thing weighs 60 ton.
Ooh.
So when you're leveling it, and because it's uneven, it flexes. So he has, and then where the pay box is, the gooseneck of where the lorry would be, that flexes. So he has to keep adjusting it until it gets it all right, and then they can build up.
Yeah.
So realistically, you're probably talking 12.
Wow. Grey Goose is more like 3 full days of build up. Wow.
Yeah, if you go for the Wild Mouses, will be started early. There's no log flume anymore. The Wild Mouse and the 2 Starflyers and the Ferris wheels. That's your 6 longest build-ups.
How big's the Ferris wheel, I guess?
I say 120 feet. Because when you go on Air Max, I think that reaches up to 150, maybe a bit more. And you're looking down on them. It's such a strange sensation. But it's the best £7.50 you'll ever spend in your life.
I do like a big, like, very sort of wheel.
It's the only time I've heard myself scream. And I did not know. It's when he locks the gondola and you go down head first to do a pass through the station. And I start off by going, shit. And then it goes up, almost like scream, like, yeah, like that. I was like, oh my God. Yeah. Oh, the POV of that on its own is brilliant viewing. Just
Check out DeLorean says there's a new wheel this year. It's supposed to be the UK's tallest.
Oh, I'm not bothered.
So I don't know how big that one was. It probably wasn't big in comparison. The one we did at Halloween Farm last year. That seemed quite big when to look at it and be on it.
Oh, I took a photo of the facts.
It was some kind of alpine theme to it, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was originally from Poland.
It'll probably be on some circuit somewhere, won't it? Yeah.
If it's heated gondolas, I'll probably entertain it. But other than that, I'm not fussed the wheel.
They do heated gondolas, do they?
Some of them do, yes. They had one a few years ago. I think Air was there, and it had enclosed red gondolas like a Towers sky ride, and they were cushioned. That was awesome.
Was that just like everyone?
Everyone was an enclosed gondola, like a cable car.
Oh yeah,
and it was
that
red.
Posh one.
Yeah, it was red.
Automatic doors.
With auto doors and everything. It was brilliant. And there was one.
There's a red one.
There was one that was black, and it said VIP on the bottom, and I think they gave you champagne.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very similar. At least like that.
Oh, yeah. If that's there, I'll entertain it. But I don't. Once you've seen the fair from 150 feet upside down, well, on Air Max, it's just the Ferris wheel doesn't really. Although saying that, the worst thing I've ever done has got to be that bloody Gulliver's, the platform that me and Stace ended up together. The rotisserie of shame.
I can't remember what he's talking about.
The viewing platform, and it's like you don't really see anything. And then Jensen reminded of Jeremy Clarkson, because I'm sat there at the top and I went, this is great. So all you see is trees, dinosaur car ride, trees.
You assume there'll be something at the top you can see.
That's the only thing that I regret on that social, was actually saying, let's go on this, because no one's actually seen this before.
No, it made it for us, because then we wouldn't have had our chat while you were all up in the air. And then I got a comment saying about my joke about getting high at a kid's park. And then as it was slowly bringing you guys down, and I went, and here they come back down to earth, a bit like me and my beefy years.
Yeah, you did as well.
Anyone who's not been, it's an observation out Warrington at Gulliver's World, and it's like you're facing out, obviously, and it's on Fish Tower, but instead of perspex, they have a metal fence. So it's like a spreadsheet. If you're filming, there's just a grid over everything you're looking at.
Yeah. And then you have the embarrassment of your friends waiting. And I remember like rotating into view, go past you, and I'm like, "Hi, this is great."
and then a few seconds later, we come back round again.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll mind me mentioning it, but one thing I remember, we were queuing for it, and it had a danger level of 8, whatever that means. But there was a Velociraptor, I think, next to it, and it had facts about it, and it said meat eater, and Jake read it wrong from Bezscape, and he goes, "Ev, look, it's a man eater." She's like, "What are you on about?" It says meat eater.
Oh, nothing.
It's a shame Sibby didn't go on the hero mixed with a merry-go-round.
Oh, so good.
What, the one that lets you look at the guy's ass in front of you? No. No, but what's that other one that was terrible? The hatchery.
The hatchery was brilliant. It was so
No,
it was so different.
really not. I felt so sick after that.
I just remember in the queue line because someone in their group went on in the batch before us, and
the door.
I don't know what the ride-up was doing, but the door was left open, so he was having to hold it the whole time. And all you could hear me saying over and over again in the queue line was, "The door's open. They're in danger."
Yeah, and all
the ride-up
doesn't care. Arms are going out, going. Ah.
If I was in that, I would have just let it swing open because the guy was holding the door. I would have been like, "Well, no, it's not my job to keep it closed. It wasn't locked on the outside." Maybe that ride can go to Pleasure Hills to join the roller coaster that opens by itself.
Oh, it's so sickening. And ours was spinning so much.
I didn't think it was that sickening. I thought you were saying it was bad because it was boring.
No, it's because I said something. I looked down, then I look up, and it's span and changed direction. And I went, "Oh God, no! Don't do that."
What did you think of the restraints?
Hate them.
Really?
When it finished and the door was unlocked, we all tried to get out, and we didn't undo our seatbelts quick enough.
Because that's that weird thing that comes over you as well.
It's just unnecessary. It's unnecessary. It's the queue's weird.
Yeah, that's another thing. Anyone who's not seen any of the vlogs, the queue line's hidden. It isn't signposted. It's just a random path behind another building. If you happen to find out it goes to the ride.
I think we should do get Sibby on again. But
another social, yeah. We're doing one in September.
Well, we are doing another social, of course, but I meant as in do another show where it'd be the worst theme park. What would you put in the worst?
I feel really bad saying the worst.
Hex, Gangster Granny, Subterra, Dungeons.
Or you'd probably do Room 101, wouldn't you, or something like that?
I did that with Coaster Dad and Kieran Quinn before.
We can do a Room 101 again.
We did, and I chose pre-shows, and that was a bad idea. I'd make a different choice. I'd make different choices now. If I was to do Room 101 again, one of them 4 would definitely go in. Rides that are left standing but not operating for a year with no reason why, that would go into Room 101.
What do you mean no reason why?
Well, it's coming back, but it's blatantly not. And if you know, you know.
Well, like Hex. Like Skyride. Do you think Skyride will come back?
It has to, really, doesn't it?
They've saved so much money this year not opening it. Also, I forgot to ask at the start. Have you seen the photos of the food in Forbidden Valley?
Right, okay. This is triggering.
On top.
You all whinged about the Retro Squad and having funfair rides there, and now we've got 4 catering vans that are the most blandest food choices that are overpriced, and it's really? You could have had rides, and you've now got catering, and you chose that for this. We're not moving forward here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I agree with you.
We're not moving forward. And it's the same company that gives us all food poisoning when we go anyway, which we don't want to eat from. Amrock.
Rock. Yeah, I love Rock.
Do you go for Oktoberfest to any of the parks?
No.
Yeah.
I don't see the point.
In fact, I want to try the food vans near bottom of X sector. Remember we tried to... I think the start of this year we tried to go before they were there because they had food ratings on the website. So we went and they weren't even there yet. Well, hang on.
The goal for this year is September, hit a lot of fairs. We're going to do Hyperia. Find out Fearless.
Make to that part, yeah.
What's the name of that area again? Forbidden Valley, isn't it? Or
Fearless Valley.
Yeah. I wonder where they got that idea.
It's not really that's going to be an interesting one because it's not the worst theme ride I've ever seen in my life, and people moan about it being stylized. But from what I've witnessed, it's a godsend. You've even got that.
Were you saying that about that when we were queuing for the hatchery?
Yep, I will take stylized over a decorative sign.
I don't think it needs to be themed because the theming is it's in the air and there's nothing up there. Do you know what I mean? And that sounds weird, but I feel like it's the only ride that works for.
I'm all bothered about the Burger King that looks like an Amazon box. You've got the station that looks like a Benson Hedges cigarette packet, and the supports look like cigarettes. Like, you can imagine somebody was sat there having a bag going, what colour should we have it? How about gold and white?
Well, it's got to be white at the height, isn't it?
But it does look good. And I'm going to just go with an open mind, forget my prejudices.
I don't think you sound like you've got much prejudices against it, if that's a word.
No, really, it's just if it lives up to the hype I'm seeing and everybody else. When Taylor and Sarah did it from Coast Studios, that got my attention. Sean Sambrock gave a good one, and everybody else just goes, "Oh yeah, it's the best. It's the number one in the." It's like, can we please extend on this a little bit more? Vocabularize your words and experience. So those of us that haven't ridden it are like,
you'll probably say it's good now. Well, it is good, but some people said Sick was their number one when it opened.
They did. Some people.
No. Six, like, I think it was number 7. And it's dropped now. And then I'm hopefully getting Octonauts tomorrow.
Are you going to Towers tomorrow?
Yeah.
Have you not got the Octonauts cred yet?
No. And I haven't counted my cred count up yet.
Could be a milestone one.
They were dangerously close, I think. I think last time I did it, I was on 70. I remember being on 69, which was Stoke Winter Wonderland, and I did the Santa ride. Then I've done more since then, so I've got to be nearly somewhere around 80 coming up to. Right, I think, at a guess, 76.
Cool.
What's your target by the end of the year?
I don't. I just go as I go. I haven't added the Gullivers 3.
Oh, you haven't had? Yeah.
I haven't added them.
It's going to be more. It's going to be more after.
There's 2. Yeah, there's 2 at Milton Keynes, isn't there?
Have they still got the one indoors? The mouse coaster indoors? Do you remember when on that? That was a weird experience.
Mouse coaster.
I mean, I've got Enzo's on there now.
That mouse coaster was a bit unusual, but they should be doing it.
He's in the UK more often. Then people go, okay, let's not expect too much.
Graham got a crud
At Nottingham.
Yeah.
There's a few.
Yeah, you got a crud. Yeah, you did, didn't you? You got a crud in Nottingham Riverside.
Oh, yes, I did. Yeah. I got one at Nottingham Riverside with Rob. You can hear me on the POV quite. Actually, I got my first roll back. That was actually really good. It was good. Best £4 I spent that day.
Do you feel a bit cheated that you didn't get your first evac cred because they sent you around again on Antelope?
No.
Do you get excited? You were like, "Oh, my first evac cred," and then they sent you around again.
No, because then we got to do your catchphrase as went out the station, and then I think the second time round was when we did Team Rocket.
Yes.
Yeah. I heard about that. I saw it.
Oh God!
I mentioned it.
That's going to be the drop tower at Milton Keynes.
It's a good drop tower.
Oh, going up.
I've already reserved to go on the weird Gulliver's Dark ride behind the castle.
Oh my gosh.
With Graham to get his reaction.
Yeah.
And then there's an even weirder walkthrough experience in the upstairs of that building.
Oh gosh.
And I can't wait for Graham to go through that.
Oh my gosh. Even
have you got infrared or like night vision? Because if you could do that like a most haunted event fielding vibe, that'd be brilliant.
What, and you kind of like acting scared?
No, there'd be no acting. I'm very easily jump scared.
Oh no, I don't think you'll be scared in there. I think your reaction is going to be something very different to being scared.
Pleasantly surprised?
No, I think he's going to hate it. I think he's going to be like, what's that? It's going to be very much hatchery vibes.
Oh.
But, I'm going to put the book over here as well. So if anyone wants
Hatchery. Oh.
I do have a couple of copies that I bought of the puzzle book, so I might have them to hand when we go.
You might hand some out
at
the
if people want to
event as prizes or something. I don't know. Anything you want to promote while we're here? I've got your links in the description.
The Nottingham Riverside vlog's up now. I have done another park at Blackpool. It's the ropiest vlog I've ever made. But there's some good shots in there. No, there really is. Jen did a wicked one. Jen did a wicked one of Icon. I'm just getting to terms with parks. Like being the Gullivers one, you guys kind of helped me and made that, and Stacey was the perfect like Jen substitute. And it was just like, yeah, you had two ADHD people just firing off each other, and it's like, yeah, let's go this one. Like, oh, you said that. Oh, I'm gonna do this now.
But it was so
good.
Like,
it was brilliant. I'm still finding my feet, and I still do feel a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, but that's because like we were just stood there near like behind with a coaster behind us going, yeah. So we look really boring. We do.
Yeah.
Compared to Gulliver.
Yeah, walking and talking is a thing. I feel better with the GoPro. It's become a comfort. Having that in front of me, it's now become a comfort. And I did it off my phone. And if anyone vlogs on using their phones, I don't know how you cope doing that, because it's so awkward. Like the camera's off to the side, and you have this big screen looking at you, and you have to look at this one far corner.
Yeah.
And the wind not. I will not ever.
It's too much of a focus point, isn't it? Because even I can't do that. I have to look at.
It's GoPros all the way now for me, or a camera.
Yeah.
Definitely phones. If you do it, hats off. You do a great job. I can't live like that.
To be fair, 9 times out of 10, I don't even look at our camera when we're talking. I'm always like looking at something else, or I'm just everywhere.
It's pretty obvious to see what the lenses are.
Like, hi, yeah. Oh, look at that over there.
Parks aren't. I'm more of a coaster fan than a park fan, which is why I have a hatred of Subterra and rides that don't really do anything. And they're just very vanilla and forgettable. I remember the first time I did the Haunting, and my brother made us queue an hour at Drayton Manor, saying, "Oh, this is amazing," and I'm like, "Hey, I'm into ghosts," and probably I'm like, "Okay, this is good. Okay, yeah, all right." And then I went into the ride room. I sat down, and I looked, and I went, "Oh, you're kidding me!"
It's very low budget.
Yeah, I sat there and went, "Is that?"
I figured it out straight away, and then it did its thing, and it finished, and in a room of what, 30 people.
No, you asked before it was started. You went, "Kev, your bro is a bloody."
It's Devil's Chariot.
Yeah.
He brought us on a Devil's Chariot, and then it did its thing and finished, and I just looked at him and I said, "Well, that was
shit."
I'm not going to say the F word. Yeah, that was S**IT, and I held it against him for the rest of the day.
I think you said for the rest of his life.
No, for the rest of that day, and it's like, what, like that thing? No.
Which I think Hex is better. No, the Haunting's better than Hex.
I do.
Really?
See, I'm the other way.
Yeah.
Hex and the Haunt, but the beginning bit I quite like.
I play the little clapping game
Haunting.
when we used to go on Hex. We clap at the end of the ride to see how many people will join in.
See the ride of the Haunting itself, no, but the bit where you walk into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, because
if they had that and joined it with the ride that is Hex, then yes.
Yeah.
I don't think that would work with
But that
Hex.
wouldn't work, would it?
It's like you're on a bit of a ghost hunt, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
what's the ride going to be? And then you go into it and you went, oh, this is a letdown.
I feel like Drayton Manor needs to be
Yeah.
full-blown comedy, because it's kind of half not taking itself seriously with the way it does the like intro video for that ride. But then the pre-show bit, when you're in there, is kind of trying to take itself seriously and be scary, even though it's not. And I feel like it needs to go full, this is stupid and silly. Look, you know.
I've got to admit, the first time when I went in the haunting, the walk bit, the skeleton in the ceiling caught my attention when we were walking down the narrow corridor, and I was like, oh, yeah. So that one got my attention. And I wasn't expecting anything out of it. And then, obviously, with the floor glowing, that got me more hyped.
And the shaking undulation.
I was getting scared. I actually started shaking and went near you.
My favourite bit about that room is when the ride op stood in there with you and goes, "Can you stand in the middle of the room, please?"
Yeah, and then that happened.
Yeah, and you're like, and that was possibly my favourite immersive experience. That was the best, and nothing has touched it since. And then I don't want Carson from Downton Abbey giving me a story that sounds a bit like it's the beginning of Beauty of the Beast, with some sparks and a curtain that goes. I don't have the attention span for this. I didn't even see the figure above the door that you noticed. The old lady's there. I'm like, really?
No,
Is
how
she?
can you not?
Because it's.
If you're looking the other way, you won't see it.
I don't think I was looking. I was looking around the room, like looking at everybody else, going, "Are you really buying this?" Like that. It's what I do in the Wicker Man pre-show.
Oh, we're skipping that.
I clap at the end of that as well to see how many people in the room clap.
Well, it's not open.
Wicker Man.
No.
Oh.
Ironically,
yeah, someone took an e-cig on and it exploded when it went over it.
Oh, that's going to be fun, isn't it?
Oh, so that's going to be open tomorrow for you.
Wicker Man's brilliant if you do it last off.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I want it open for Scarefest for a night ride.
Yes.
But saying that, the best night ride I've had this year was Nemesis Reborn on opening day.
In the rain.
In the rain, and wow, it just.
Hello.
No, it didn't fly. It whipped you through the entire, from the top of the lift hill to the brake run. It just dragged you through everything and spun you through the 0G over it through the queef. And I remember coming into the brake run and I was like, "What the hell was that?" It was so fast. And it was whoever didn't get on that night ride after it went down and got evac from and they got evac in the queue shop before it opened briefly at the end. My God, did you miss?
I know some people that were actually on that. I'm not joking.
I think it broke down not long after we come off.
Yeah, literally, like.
I know someone who was sat in front of that when it broke down.
We were on back row.
Yeah,
we were on back row, and it was like you didn't have time to gauge where you was or what part of the layout you were, and then it come with the brakes, and I'm like, "Whoa, what the hell was that?" And Will and his dad was next to us. Shout out to UK Fun Fairs TV, and he was like, "That was immense." I wish more people experienced that.
They can in the future. It'll be fun.
Well, that's why I wanted to drag you to Wicker Man, because I was like, it's raining great, it's going to be amazing, it's going to haul around it, and you really didn't want to do it because it was torrential rain, and we did look like drowned rats going around Wicker Man. But was it not worth it?
Yeah.
And it was my birthday, so we couldn't say no.
Couldn't say no.
Some birthday themes here.
Oh my gosh!
It always usually opens around Jen's birthday, but this year.
It was the day after. I still class it as my birthday because.
Oh yeah.
Why not?
A bit longer.
Yeah, but no. So where are we? So September, Buffets, Thought Park. You guys at Gulliver's. Last Friday will be Goose, which you're more than welcome to join us on. I'll be in and out of Goose for that week. Weekend after that will be Hull. And then it's October, so we've got to squeeze in Scarefest, Fright Nights, Dr. Frights, Ilkeston, Loughborough, and some other fairs. Like October is ridiculous.
Always is.
While studying to do my HGV license.
You'll be alright. I got my tachograph card in the post today.
I can't believe you're going to be another truckie like me.
Yeah, I've got it. I can't believe they bankrolled the tachograph card as well. It's pretty decent. Got that today. Do you want to promote your...
Have you passed your test then?
I've done the theory, the hazard, and the CPC. Just got to do the practical.
Oh. You'll pass. You'll be fine.
Have you done the theory yet?
I reckon you will.
No, I have started learning. I've started learning, and I do now know what a... Hang on, let me get Jenny in. I now know what a retarder is. Which is an exhaust braking system. No, genuinely, that's generally what it is. It's called. Can't remember the airlines.
We'll talk about this off air. It's fine.
We'll do it after.
This is a lot, isn't there? I'm looking forward to it.
The hook is, I've got something special for everyone at the end of this show, by the way.
Oh.
But you do your little bit, and then I'm going to reveal the logo and the name for September Social, and the band have let me use. There's an acoustic version of the theme tune for them. I'm going to play that in.
How cool is that?
So do you want to do your stuff?
So yeah, the photography challenge for this month is black and white.
I thought you'd forgotten them.
So basically a black and white picture. Yes, I will allow filters if you just take a photo of a random thing and you can put it in black and white. I'm not saying something's got to be black and white, take a photo. Either way, whatever your interpretation.
If someone takes a photo of a rainbow and does it in black and white, that'd be cool.
I do have one reserved actually that I am going to be putting up, but first thing I thought of black and white, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to change it and put it on. So if you want to put it in your stories and then tag me, Stacey at Stacey_L2E, I will make sure I put it in my stories as a mini shout out. Whoop, whoop.
Do you remember our first logo? One of our first logos, little black and white photo. Yeah. If I've still got it, I've got a cracking photo.
Send it.
Awesome.
If I have it, if I haven't, I'll be able to remake it because I've still got the original.
So I've got links in the description for that book, so everyone go and buy it because it's awesome. But also I've got links for the photos I used earlier about roller coasters coming open and pints being too expensive. But also, this is the first look. You've seen it.
I have.
But basically, I'm going to talk people through it before I show it. Basically, this is the 4 social. I've used 4 in the name as well. Because people are going there for creds, and because the first day is at Milton Keynes, this is the logo for the social. That's what it's going to be. Keen for creds. Spelled.
Oh, okay. That's clever.
That's going to be on the pin badges. Pop Hole stand by the book with the description, yeah. But the official theme song for the social, we played it last week, didn't we?
We did.
The band have said I can play the acoustic version, which it's a video, but they're playing it. It's acoustic. It's quite good.
Please go follow
I've put their links in the description. Go and follow them. They're on Spotify. If you want to buy it on Apple Music, it's only about 99p for the song. They're bringing out an album later this year, hopefully. But is there anything you want to talk about before we go?
Follow the link to our channel, like, share, subscribe for every time we do some more crazy content. It's going to be a very interesting back end run. Next year is going to be even better. We just seem to keep getting better every year that goes on, and I have not found my stride yet. More parks, more fun, more madness, and Jen will have a lot more experience with the 2-camera thing. So yeah, it's brilliant. I think the dodgy battles are worth it alone.
Did you want to say a catchphrase?
So, how do you start? I will see you in the rear view, because for now, I'm gone.
Yay!
Said enough is enough. I don't want to get up. Tell me what color is your sky today? Johnny said open up, go and fill up your cup, wait for a reply. No signal inside, tell me what color is your sky today? Tell me what color is your sky today? It's a dog's life, but we'll get by in our own time. Hit the retry. Johnny said in the end, I don't know, it depends. If enough is enough, if I wanna get up,